Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode by PropTech Mavericks, transforming real estate through digital innovation, powered by Habitat and Alumni Quantum Tech Limited by UAE and India. So we have an exciting person today, Mr. Jitesh. Hello sir, welcome.
Thank you for that introduction. And I'm looking forward to interacting with you on this podcast.
Yeah. So before going ahead with podcast conversations, I wanted to introduce you to our listeners. So let me give a quick intro about you. Okay. So it's a great pleasure to welcome a visionary tech leader with 14 plus years in the UAE, known for architecture, scalable, data-first ecosystems, from driving 15x team growth for a global exhibitions firm to launching a fully automated federal IT setup. His impact spans industries, a true digital transformation catalyst and marathoner. He is the former head of IT at DarGlobal UAE. Let's dive into this his inspiring journey. Meet Mr. Jitesh Goradia. Yeah. Hello, sir.
Thank you very much for that very generous introduction. I feel like I almost want to meet who this Jitesh is. You know, it's great to be here on the PropTech Mavericks. And the name sounds interesting because I've always believed that real transformation comes from taking the maverick path, challenging the norm, trying the untested, and being ready to run a marathon, not a sprint. My own journey has taken me from building fully automated IT setups for government agencies to scaling a global exhibitions company to helping real estate businesses rethink how they use data and digital. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that technology is only half the story. The other half is vision, culture, processes, and people. Just one minor correction, if you don't mind, Harini. It's been 17 plus years in UAE, not
Oh, sorry.
14. That's all
17
right.
plus.
That's all right. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to sharing a few stories about how the mix can change the game in real estate.
Yeah.
So let's get going.
This already looks interesting, actually. Yes. Yeah, sure. So I just wanted to start it from your journey, how it all started. Could you walk us through your whole career journey into this rhythm of digital transformation? How from India to UAE you landed up, and what led you to this current role you're going through that?
Sure. So my journey started in India in technology leadership roles. And I was always drawn to solving big, if I may say so, messier problems. You know, the kind where the answer isn't just quote unquote buy new technology, but rather aligning the right intent, people, and processes. All throughout this conversation, there'll be a lot of insistence from my side on the word process or processes because I truly believe that without people, without process, the other two elements, key elements of any business, i.e., people and technology, are kind of non integrated two pieces of the whole ecosystem. Process or processes are the ones that actually connect the two key elements and make them meaningful. So coming back to your question, when I moved to the UAE, which, like I said earlier, was nearly 17 years ago, it felt like stepping into a faster race course. I've worked across government, exhibitions, and real estate. And one thing I've learned is that without process, as I was literally telling you like 30 seconds ago, both technology and people can be, if I may say so, almost dumb. You know how it's said that a brilliant playbook in the wrong hands is just a paper. And like processes, the other thing that you'll keep hearing through the course of this conversation is a lot of stuff about marathons because I love running marathons. It keeps me fit, but at the same time, it gives me a lot of lessons about management, about technology, about digital transformation. To me, digital transformation isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. I learned that the hard way when I once tried to sprint 5 kilometers and ended up walking half of it. For a marathon, just like digital transformation, you need the right pace, the right cadence, the right rhythm, and all of these thinking led me to start a business where I help businesses grow without growing pains by making their systems silent partners, not noisy bottlenecks. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it's nice how you interrupt the real-time experience into career journey though. That's really interesting. So in this scenario, can I ask you another question where what are your hobbies and how would you say has inspired you most through your 17 plus years of experience in IT UAE especially? Also, who do you currently admire to see as a real estate rock star in global platforms, especially IT?
Okay, so I'll break that question up in two parts. What are my hobbies, and who would I say inspired me?
Hmm.
And the other one is about the global rock stars in contemporary IT and real estate domain.
Mhm.
So I think the first part of the question I kind of pre-answered. Outside of technology, I am an amateur marathoner. Any kind of sport that is intense and allows me to focus on a goal. So, long distance running like marathon allows me to process my thoughts, put them in boxes. The other intense sports that I love, although given a few injuries, I'm not able to keep pace with them, are squash. Of late, I've taken on to paddle. And all of this teach me some of the most valuable lessons about leadership. I'm an amateur at all of these sports, and for amateurs like me, it's not about winning necessarily. It's about pacing yourself. It's about finding your own cadence. It's about building endurance and setting targets for yourself, which in the business term then pans out that you've got to set targets for the technology or the IT function that are directly related to the business objectives. But the most important thing that I've learned from running marathons is to focus on your own run. Enjoy the entire course, don't get distracted by how others are running. Because at the finish line, if you feel drained, then the entire effort and the result will never truly feel worth it. And that mindset applies to digital transformation as well. You need sustainable momentum, not just a fast start. Over the 17 plus years that I've been in IT here in the UAE, I've been inspired by leaders who run their own race with clarity of purpose. People who resist the noise, focus on process, and drive transformation that actually lasts. I think that answers the first part of the question in quite detail. And on the global stage, when I look around, two real estate IT rock stars I admire are Robert Refkin, the founder of Compass. He built a data driven platform that automates the mundane so agents can focus on relationships and strategy. In the real estate domain, agents are not just supposed to sell, sell, and sell. They should be building relationships, and only data can help them do that. Selling is a very mundane task. It's more or less the same irrespective of who you are selling to, but relationships matter a lot because that determines how, what, and who you sell to. The other rock star is Don Pfaff, the founder of My State MLS, who's created a system giving agents true ownership of their data and workflows. I think of them as, elite runners whose techniques others can learn from. Because in the UAE's fast-paced real estate market, these two rock stars' playbooks could help avoid burnout while achieving greater reach and precision. Let me give you an example. The compass style automation here in the UAE could free up agents to spend more time with high value clients, while the My State MLS style unified data could eliminate silos between the key stakeholders in the real estate domain, that is, generally developers, brokers, and property managers. So, again, the right intent, people, and technology can scale businesses, and having platforms like Realm 9 Quantum Tech bring these conversations to the forefront is exactly how we keep pushing the industry forward.
That's nice. Yeah. So when I'm listening to you right now, I can see a sportsman talking to me too. So could I go to the next question? The main question can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
So why this industry? Why not the other industry? Why the real estate? Why did you choose this?
Okay, that's a very good question. And I get asked this very often.
Yeah.
Quite frequently, I get asked why real estate, and sometimes, as a extension of the question, I get asked why now. So sometimes the question is why real estate. Sometimes the question is why real estate and why now. Let me tell you, in the UAE, real estate, unlike most part of the world, isn't just a local market. It's a global stage, moving at a breakneck pace. With thousands of high net worth individuals relocating here annually and property investment surging, the demands for seamless tech enabled experiences has never been higher. I like to think of real estate here as an ultra marathon rather than a sprint. It's about pacing, building endurance, and staying focused on your own. And I like to quote this that in the race of digital transformation, it's not about who runs the fastest, it's about who runs the smartest and therefore lasts the longest. Why I say this is because benchmarking against the biggest names is what everybody likes to do. And it isn't a bad idea. At the end of the day, it helps set aspirational standards. But along with that, it brings in a danger, which is that you will probably only be as good as the best in the industry. You'll never try and even think about getting better than them. But in the game of innovation, what truly matters is how a business differentiates itself for the better. Scaling smart means running your own race, not chasing everyone else's pace. So that's why I'm passionate about real estate and particularly about the UAE real estate in the contemporary times. It's a uniquely dynamic market that's really ripe for transformation with the right intent, purpose, people, and technology. My personal experiences across emerging markets, combined with that runner's mindset of understanding the pacing, cadence, and endurance, helps me lead real estate businesses through the exponential growth that's not only intentional but it's also sustainable and truly impactful. So, if you are a real estate business in the UAE looking to scale smart and grow exponentially, you need a leader who understands the terrain and knows how to run the race with intention. I hope that answers your two questions or the two parts of the questions.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. And also, for lasting longer and make your own benchmark, by the quote you stated in the conversation we had about the earlier question.
Mhm.
So, in this real estate, what are your thoughts on mission in this sector and how it is redefining, especially the digital transformation?
So, technology is fundamentally reshaping how real estate not only operates
Mm-hmm.
but also competes. And it's doing so at a pace that demands agility and foresight. In the UAE, with its blend of rapid development, international investor appeal, a visionary government, that runs initiatives like, for example, Smart Dubai, the entire sector is primed for advanced technology adoption. Let me just give you a few examples of how this is happening in real time. Okay, in sales and marketing, say for example, AI-powered CRMs, they not only track interactions but also qualify leads by analyzing buyer behavior, demographics, and engagement patterns. This allows for intelligent segmentation into, say, for example, hot, warm, and cold categories of the leads. Um, these AI-powered CRMs can enable sales team to focus their efforts on the most promising prospects. Predictive analysis can help design personalized nurturing strategies. Everyone's selling real estate. So, how does a business differentiate itself? It needs to have a strategy without which increasing conversion rates and dealing with velocity becomes your biggest challenges. Everyone in the digital world is generating leads, everyone's reaching out to them, everyone's pushing to, you know, convert leads to prospects and prospects to customers. But there has to be a key differentiator. A lot of the businesses are getting into virtual property tools, targeted digital campaigns, chatbots to further improve customer journeys. And all of this together summarize into directly lifting revenues. So that's about sales and marketing. If you come to property management, IoT enabled building systems can enhance tenant experiences. They can reduce operational costs. They can increase tenant retention and thereby opening up ancillary revenue streams, such as possibly premium services. In finance, automation of billing, collections, timely collections, and compliance. UAE is very stringent on compliance. Right from the time you onboard customers, the KYC processes are some of the most stringent. So if you automate these, it can cut your overheads, it can reduce errors, it can improve cash flows, ultimately strengthening profitability. That's all the operational aspect. And from a strategic standpoint, integrated ERP and data platforms allow the leadership to analyze portfolio performance, for example. They can forecast demand, um, optimize pricing in real time. Almost gone are the days of having set pricing mechanism. If you can make it dynamic, if you can optimize in real time, it gives you a major edge over the competitors. So this kind of agility means better asset utilization, higher returns, The other thing that's shaking up things is blockchain and smart contracts, which reduce transaction friction. It brings down the risk of fraud. It can speed up closings and ensure trust. So ultimately, to close or to conclude your question, technology's value lies not just in efficiency, but in its agility to align every function from sales to facilities to finance, and all ultimately leading to the organization's growth goals. So when deployed with a well-defined intent, it transforms digital tools from just being back office utilities into revenue generators and profit protectors, giving real estate businesses in the UAE a clear competitive edge, I would say. I hope that wasn't too long, but yet answering all of the aspects of the question.